What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. And before I jump into the video today, I just want to say to every subscriber, thank you very, very much. I'm a new YouTube creator, and this is not easy by any means. It's a lot harder than it looks, but I'm slowly getting there. And I want to thank you and send my appreciation to each and every one of you that has subscribed and that's riding with me with this content. So with that being said, if you're new to the channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, and hit the notification button so that you will be updated whenever I drop a new video. And with that being said, let's jump off into today's topic, which so happens to be about Kanye West. And so when touching on that, I want to talk about this whole bipolar situation. Now, Kim Kardashian released a statement saying that Kanye West is bipolar because he had a lot to say in his rally and had a lot to say on Twitter. The whole "get out is about me" and this and that Kim and Chris tried to lock him up. So he had a lot to say. But this is crazy because when dealing with the industry, whenever somebody goes against the grain, they're called bipolar, you know. And not to say Kanye doesn't say crazy things, but this is a totally different Kanye than the Kanye in the past. Yeah, Kanye said some stuff about slavery. He said some stuff about Harriet Tubman that is downright offensive and disrespectful. But if you pay attention, there's some truth in the midst of his craziness. Like the things he said about Bill Cosby. NBC had Bill Cosby locked up. But you're not gonna really notice that or pick that apart if you just focus on the crazy stuff or the crazy aspect. You have to understand there's a lot of acting that goes along in Hollywood. There's a lot of actors that's on front stage in the industry. And when you're dealing with other people's money, you can't just say and behave and speak and talk about whatever you want to talk about. You have to be careful with your words. So these celebrities are walking a tight, thin rope. On top of that, Kanye in the past has spoke out against presidents like George Bush. He said Bush don't like black people. That was a heroic moment for blacks and for truth. Kanye also made a video called Diamonds, from Sierra Leone, where he talks about blood diamonds. He even called out Jacob the jeweler. When you start calling out corporations and businesses and that, you know, the industry uses diamonds to push on minorities to buy into this bling bling when it's affecting our people back home in our own continent. You know what I'm saying? It's affecting people in those regions. Kanye brought that to light. But along the way, we're bringing all of that to light. A lot of people was unhappy. So you have people that have to shut people up like that. And so this is a totally different Kanye West that we have. But in his heart of hearts and in his spirit, there's truth. God puts a God consciousness within us all and puts the spirit of truth and discernment within us all. So Kanye was on the right path, but somewhere along the way, those in power felt to detour him, whether they threatened him, whether it was financially or physically. And then after his mother died, he was a different person. And then his message began to change. But he had such a righteous message in the beginning. So now he's bipolar, according to Kim Kardashian. But if you look at it, every one of these celebrities that speak out about the industry are somehow bipolar. Raz B was another individual who spoke out against Chris Stokes, who he alleged molested him when he was a child. And he alleged Marcus Houston was part of that molestation and rape. Then you go on, you have Orlando Brown, another individual that has questioned people's sexuality, from Trey Songz to Nick Cannon. And these people actually go against him and call him as well bipolar. You have Marcus Houston, who called Raz B bipolar. You have Nick Cannon, who called Orlando Brown bipolar. Orlando Brown also alleged that Prince was murdered. He said the devil came to collect when he did his Vlad TV interview. So there is this, there's this pattern, you know, I would call it a pattern, that when a celebrity or somebody that's been in the industry speaks out or says something, you know, they're called bipolar. And they also kind of act into that, you know, they play into that. Again, this is an industry where there's a lot of crazy stuff going on. You don't know who to trust, what to trust. Believe half of what you see, a little of what you see, and half of what you hear. Probably none of what you hear. It's just crazy. But at the end of the day, there's a lot of truth in what you're seeing. And I really believe personally that some of these celebrities, they have to play and act crazy to get out half of what they really, or some of what they really want to talk about. They can't just come out and say it, because there's consequences. There's huge consequences in doing that. This business or that business is like a fraternity, you know, just like the police department is a fraternity. You know, politics is a fraternity. So when you're dealing with the industry, it's a fraternity. You can't just go against it. There's a way you have to do things. And so there's this play on bipolarism or mental illness in order for these celebs to really speak out and say what they have to say. Don't fall for that. But again, like I said, I would say pray for these individuals, because they're caught up in something they can't get themselves out of. You know, and I'm not going to even go down the whole Freemasonry route and who wears a Freemason ring and who's a part of the Boule. And, you know, when we're not going to even go into that, because that's very real. And a lot of these celebrities are part of the Boule, and some of them are Freemasons. But we ain't even need to touch into that. So pray for these celebrities, because a lot of them have gotten themselves into something they don't even want to be part of no more. And they don't know how to get out. And so this whole mental illness thing is one of the ways to kind of give them some type of clarity and liberty to be halfway whole, if you know what I'm kind of getting at. Anyway, that's all I have for this topic and for this video. Again, like, subscribe, and hit the notification button. And until then, I will see you guys next time.